Ladies and gentlemen, art enthusiasts and admirers of creativity, get ready to embark on an exciting journey through the captivating world of illustrations, as we extend the warmest of welcomes to none other than an incredible artist. With brushes that seem to dance on canvas and colors that come alive, our guest has a unique ability to transport us to different times and places through his mesmerizing illustrations. Renowned for his impeccable attention to detail, his illustrations breathe life into the characters he brings forth. Whether it's the vibrant expressions on the faces or the intricate backgrounds that hold hidden stories of their own, each of his creations is a masterpiece that invites us to step into its world. From heartwarming children's books to powerful historical narratives, his artistic versatility knows no bounds. He is the award-winning illustrator of COOLIES, the banned book that inspired this Unban COOLIES channel. So join me in giving a resounding welcome to the maestro of illustrations himself, Chris Soon Pete.
Wow, what a poetic introduction. I am humbled. Thank you so much, Christopher.
Enough of me talking, let's get to the questions. Did your artistic ability come from learning, or was it a natural gift?
I believe I had an innate artistic talent, but it was my mother, Harriet Henkel, who guided me by enrolling me in an after-school art program and making sure I attended my school's Talented and Gifted TAG program.
Is there anyone that inspired you to be an illustrator?
During my senior year at Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, New York, an impactful moment has happened when a visiting artist gave a presentation. This artist was none other than Ted Lewin, an underrated illustrator of children's books. Ted Lewin's knack for storytelling and illustrations left me in sheer admiration. We had similar styles of painting, so after his presentation, I showed him my portfolio. With his encouragement and advice, he said I should get into children's books. And it was that moment that shaped my career trajectory. Ted Lewin stands as a key figure in my artistic journey.
While exploring your body of work, I couldn't help but notice a recurring theme in your books, namely diversity. Is this a deliberate choice on your part?
This deliberate choice stems from my upbringing as a Korean adoptee in a highly multicultural household. My mother is of Irish descent, my father is Indonesian, and I have a Hawaiian adopted brother. Besides, I also live in cultural diverse New York City, which further reinforces the significance of embracing all individuals, irrespective of their skin color, echoing the sentiment of Dr. Martin Luther King's teachings.
Speaking of Dr. King, you have collaborated with Dr. Martin Luther King's older sister on a book about Dr. King called My Brother Martin. Could you tell us more about how that came to be?
While preparing to give a speech for a teachers' conference, I was introduced by none other than Mrs. Christine King Ferris, sister of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This encounter led to a remarkable collaboration, a book recounting her childhood alongside her iconic brother. She said that my speech at the teachers' conference reminded her of her brother, and that really touched me, and our connection remained strong. With the publisher's approval, a book project was underway. A trip to Atlanta's King Center where I explored the sites of Dr. King's upbringing. It helped me with the vision for the book. Capturing this experience through photographs and Mrs. Ferris's recollection, I left with a profound sense of being part of a historic venture. Guided by Mrs. Ferris, we selected models that represented the personalities in our story. These included Christine's own family members, her grandnephews portraying Martin Jr. and AD, her daughter embodying Mother Dear, and the current pastor of Ebenezer Baptist as Daddy King. The involvement of close friends and family enriched the project. Through conversations with these models, I gained insight into their time with Dr. King, enhancing my ability to visualize the illustration process. I felt the collaboration of everyone helped to ensure Dr. King's legacy lives on.
Your books won many awards, including the International Reading Association Book Award for 3 of your books, Coolies, More Than Anything Else, and Molly Bannicky, a Parent's Choice Gold Award, Jane Addams Book Award, NAACP Book Award, and many more. Out of all the awards, which holds a special meaning to you?
Among the various accolades I've received, the one that holds the most significance for me is the gold medal from the Society of Illustrators. This award has the most meaning as it is judged by fellow artists themselves. Peers in the artist community understand the dedication and effort invested in crafting an illustration from scratch. Unlike standalone paintings, illustrations require meticulous consistency in character depiction across pages. The trained eye of the fellow artist can differentiate such subtleties, making the Society of Illustrators Gold Award recognition particularly meaningful.
Is there a particular book that holds a special place in your heart? Could you share the story behind one that resonates with you deeply?
A book that holds a unique significance for me is Jinmu. This story resonates deeply as it revolves around adoption, a theme that hits close to home since I was adopted from South Korea at the age of 8.
Illustration often involves collaboration with authors and publishers. How do you navigate the collaborative process while staying true to your artistic vision?
Typically, when a publisher selects me for a project, they have already familiarized themselves with my prior work and reputation for capturing people's emotions through painting. This often results in them granting me artistic freedom to illustrate the story the way I envision it.
What have been some of the most challenging part of being an illustrator?
Yes, the greatest challenge is encountering situations where my books are banned. This is incredibly disheartening. When Coolies was banned, not only does it eliminate a story, but it also deprives young readers of the chance to see themselves in the narrative. Stories hold a special place as a form of escapism for many people, and the act of banning books infringes upon that freedom.
Speaking of your book, Coolies, why do you think it was banned?
I have no idea. The Chinese railroad workers faced incredible struggles and made sacrifices while building the transcontinental railroad. Enduring harsh working conditions, dangerous environments, and racial discriminations, their dedication, hard work, and sacrifice helped connect the east and west coast of United States, shaping the nation's history and economy. Banning this book basically erases their contribution and history in American society.
Lastly, aside from working on your illustrations, are there any other projects you've been working on?
I've been visiting schools for over 20 years, and I enjoy seeing people's reactions to my books. It's humbling to see readers make connections to one of my books, and teachers use my books to tie in with their social studies curriculum. For example, my book, Mama, Where Are You From? More Than Anything Else, Molly Bannicky, can be used during the Black History Month. The book Coolies can be used to teach about the Chinese railroad workers and their contributions to the United States Transcontinental Railroad. Hopefully, if and when they get the book off the ban list, the Chinese American history will not be erased and teachers can use the book as a tool in the month of May in honor of Asian Pacific Heritage Month.
And if anyone wants to sign my petition to get Coolies and all the banned books off the ban list, please go to my link in the description of the video. Chris, I want to express my gratitude to you for participating in this interview on Unban Coolies.
Christopher, I'd like to extend my kudos to you for spreading the awareness about book ban and advocating for diverse books. I wish you a million subscribers.
Thank you. Be well.